Mother Panic, which is a DC Young Animal book, and this was the first issue, of course. This is written by Jody Houser and Jim Kruger, and art by Tommy Lee Edwards and Phil Hester. And it's a book that's set in Gotham, funnily enough, which... It's funny, because Batman does have like a brief cameo at one point, and it did kind of crack me up that there was like F-bombs, like, 2 pages previous, and I was like, this is weird. Even though Batman kind of fits into a darker world, it's just kind of weird, like, having a book...
Because you never actually see it, do you?
Yeah, having a book with swearing and then Batman just like sauntering around. It's kind of weird. But it focuses on a character named Violet, who is a sort of vengeful vigilante type character who's around to get vengeance for her father's murder. That we seem to be building up to in a series of flashbacks. We don't get to it in this issue,
No.
but I presume
It
that's
happened
what it's leading
15
up to.
years earlier, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Well, at least these flashbacks are 15 years prior to present day. I did actually quite enjoy this, I have to say. I liked that it was Gotham, but it was like the more underbelly, like grimier Gotham with these darker things going on. Because the main villain right now is this like it's debatable which one's the main villain, but this guy who has paid this quote unquote artist to do a piece for him, and her pieces tend to involve like torture or mutilation of a person, and like some sort of pose and that kind of thing. And you get this idea of this underbelly of conspiracy of these awful people doing these kind of things. And Violet's try to like break into it and investigate it. And she's got a temperament. She doesn't like anyone or anybody.
no.
And she tells people to piss off at the first chance she gets for anyone who tries to talk to her.
Yeah, that reporter. So you want to talk about your dad? Piss off.
Yeah, pretty much. But no, I enjoyed that about the book. I thought it felt different from any other type of book that you typically see set in Gotham. But at the same time, it still feels like Gotham.
Yeah, I just think the art really sold it on that. It was like really scratchy and darker and just not as neat.
Yeah.
When she takes out that bad guy's team and Batman shows up, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah,
because it's like later that night, Batman shows up and all the people, all this like these villains are all lying, all these henchmen are all lying about in the alleyway, and he just he's in complete shadow. You don't really see him, but you just get enough of his expression to be like, what's going on here? Who's done this?
And even that main villain guy is like, well, it might be one of the Bats kids.
Yeah,
like
well, because
they're not sure who she is.
The guy she saves even says, "Are you one of the Bats people?" Because you got those pointy ears kind of thing going on.
Yeah, she feels rather insulted.
Yeah, and she's not happy with that.
Right?
Yeah, basically, that was her attitude. But I thought that was I thought that was a nice, interesting take on the city, and but no, I had fun, and obviously her mother, who has maybe Alzheimer's or something like that, she's.
Some form of, as they talk about that she's having a good day today.
Yeah.
And she might not remember her tomorrow.
Some form of dementia,
Yeah.
Yeah, that was 15 years ago, and now we see her.
And she's still kind of like that.
Yeah, and so, but it's almost as if I got the vibe like she's not a partner, but not quite Alfred. You know what I mean? Like it's almost like her mom's inspiring her to go out and do this for whatever reason.
Yeah.
So, but she's definitely complicit in it. So, like, she knows what her daughter's up to.
When she remembers what she's up to, yeah.
Yeah. And I like that she's like this celebrity. Like, we don't know why she's a celebrity or for whatever reason, but like, people seem to know her. And I like that there's, under the glitz and glamour and all that, there's that dark side to her that she can throw on a suit and just beat the crap out of thugs.
Yeah.
So.
But she barely even hides as well. Like we say, she just tells people to piss off the first chance she gets. She doesn't want to talk to anyone. I'll actually be really curious as to why she is famous. Like, why is she rich? Why is she famous? Like, what did she do that did this? But it works really well with the flashbacks with the dad. Is that he's taking her on a hunting trip, and she can't like shoot the deer. Like, she can't do that. Like, she's not willing to. So it's interesting. What is this dark path? Obviously, starting with his murder.
Well, that's the thing. It clearly implies that she's the one that kills him for some reason. But is that too
she
obvious?
might be responsible. Yeah, I'm getting that she's. I don't know. I am.
I think it's more likely that the mum kills him.
Or along those lines.
Yeah.
So because it has to do with that hunting trip. Then the mom wasn't going. She was supposed to go but didn't. So, you know.